Alright.
Okay, so we did instruction, and one of our main points was grabbing, maintaining, and directing attention. So constantly change tasks and modalities, obviously when it's appropriate. By maintain, keep them busy, don't give them a lot of dead time. Make sure your transitions are smooth between activities, and you don't want to underestimate their ability because they'll just flew out.
Can I make a comment here? Just so people distinguish this from the planning, because these guys were very concerned that you all recognize this is instruction and not planning. And you're making these decisions on the fly. So you're checking to see how kids are doing, and you might have to change your modality, or you might have to change your vocal intonation and those kinds of things to keep kids with you. So these are the things, the decisions and the things that you're doing while you're instructing, as opposed to the planning that goes in advance.
Just constant assessment while you're up there. Just constant. And then directing attention, you want to make sure that you're giving clear instructions and that both you and your students can identify the posts of the lessons, not just the also, you want to constantly check for student engagement and understanding. You want to make sure that they're not lost or confused before you move on to a new idea, concept, subject unit. And then you want to check and assess their prior knowledge and their content knowledge. You want to make sure that pretty much everything you're doing is relevant. And you want to make sure that students can make the connection from prior knowledge to their content knowledge. You want to make sure that they're doing it and you're not just up there regurgitating and telling them what they should be
The thing that we added to that was that, like we discovered when we did our 10-minute lesson, like if the students get you off track and you're using different examples than you planned on using, you have to make sure to connect the examples that you're using now that you weren't planning on. Make sure they still connect to content knowledge, even if you weren't planning on using them.
Great insight.
Yeah. And then as far as processing capacity goes, you want to make sure that you're not going too fast or going too slow. You want to give wait time between your questions and their answers, or their questions and your answers, or answers and questions. And also you want to make sure you repeat important ideas so that it really gets across that it's important. Preferably twice, 3 times a little much. And you want to make sure that you're providing appropriate scaffolding and assistance, because you can think that maybe you have this big plan, a scaffolding plan that on paper and in your head looks great, and then come to find out it totally isn't going to work at all, and that's a real bummer. So you have to change it. So the whole time you're doing all of this and assessing, you're also going to be supporting them along the way, and you just need to make sure that's the right amount.